Good early afternoon. We are live, finally. We've been dead for like 10 minutes. But we're live now. A little bit of Facebook issue there. We're glad you're here. If you're here for the first time, this is the Blue Plate Special. I'm Andy Andrews. We're in Orange Beach, Alabama. This is Wisdom Harbor Studios, and we're at the wharf in Orange Beach. So if you come visit us, come say hello. We're on the second floor, 8 palm trees up from the Marlin statues, just right around the corner from the escalator statue. Take a picture on that while you're here. Looks just like a real escalator, sculpted to life size and everything. So not many people get to see that. If you're new to us, definitely click that Facebook notification so that they will notify you when they have taken us off the air. And also, feel free to share, since there is something to share right now. If you're on YouTube with us, please click that subscription button, that subscribe button. That would really help out. And if you're on Twitter with Brian Backen, hello to you and hello to Instagram. By the way, my shirt, it may look plain here, but this is the style. They put things on the back. Now, this is from Sand Dollar Lifestyles. There's my sleeve, my Life is Good sleeve. But look at it from the back. Show them, Matt. Isn't that cool? I really, really like this. Very comfortable shirt. Sand Dollar Lifestyles, right down there, the cornerstone of the wharf. You definitely have to visit. If you come here, definitely visit those guys. They have, it's massive, and they have everything. And tell them that you're my friend. And maybe they'll give you a discount. I don't know. Who's in Wichita? Gretchen. Hey, Gretchen from Wichita. And Lee Hambone. What a great name. Heather Olson. Hey, we are having a good day. Marcy Crossler Taylor. Sunny Eastern Washington. What time is it out there? It's like this. It's 2 hours earlier, I think, out there. And Cat Hooker. The guy has the greatest name I've ever heard in my life. Cat Hooker. I can't believe Mother Hooker looked at you when you were a baby and said, let's name him Cat. But there you go. Bonnie Nix, hey. And Pamela Sue Stevens. By the way, happy week after your birthday to Yvonne. I don't know how we missed your birthday, but we did. And so happy week after your birthday. Pam from Northwest Arkansas. And Indiana's second largest city, Fort Wayne, Sean Falls. We got a great show today. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to talk about the best way to deal with telemarketers. I'm going to give you my top 10 list of the best things you can say to telemarketers. And there's Bob Woodall from Dothan, Alabama, Jim Middle. I was going to tell you a little bit about some dog napping, just some dog napping that I heard about. I got this. We got this today. This is my latest book that just came out last week. I don't know if you have this one yet. This is Hovermoed J11 Miljoen Mensen, which I think means how do you kill 11 million people in Dutch. Okay, but it's this just came out in the Netherlands. I started to say Dutchland, but it just came out. How do you kill 11 million people? And it's neat to look through because right here it advertises the noticer, and it's Desonderling is the noticer. I don't really know if that even means noticer, but Desonderling is what it means. And of course, there's a picture of me in Dutch right in the back. Anyway, you ready to get started? We're going to have a good time today. Now, I need to tell you a little bit. Now, who's that in Minnesota that just cleared their driveway? Dave from Minnesota cleared the driveway. Now time for a coffee in the Blue Plate Special. I'm so glad you're here. So I want to tell you, let me just talk to you here just a minute. Okay, my definition, because I'm going to tell you about a dog napping, but I'm going to also, or just a dog napping story I read, but I also want to relate this to something going on. All right. And my definition of fear, I talk to people a lot of times and say, well, I'm just afraid. Really? What are you afraid of? Oh, just, kind of. And some people are afraid of everything. But my definition of fear is the misuse of a person's creative imagination. All right, we all know what fear does to a person's relationships, their finances, and just kind of everyday quality of life. So why then do I sense, and I don't know if you sense this too, why do I sense the national media has latched on to the very same definition, a misuse of our creative imagination, but they're harnessing the misuse of our creative imagination as a tool to increase their viewership and their readers. Why do I think that? Because here I think is an example, all right? So recently, this USA Today article headline, I'm walking by and I saw it. I just saw it, and it said, "Kidnapping dogs for money rises 49% this year." And I was like, oh my gosh. And then I said something to somebody and they said, oh yeah, the media all over the country, is jumping on that. I just saw ABC News did a story on it. And so I Googled it, and one media outlet said, dog napping, ! Economy to blame for rise in stolen dogs. I mean, this is just all over, right? All right, so those of you who know me well are aware that from time to time, I will embark upon an extended news fast. It's not unusual for me to just avoid newspaper or television news for a month. Why do I do this? Because I have found that the news usually makes me mad or scared. Okay, so I'm a husband, I'm a dad, I'm a writer, I'm a employer, I'm a friend, and trust me, I don't do my best parenting or anything else when I'm mad or scared. So I just kind of choose blocks of time from the calendar, just on a whim, really. But I just refuse to read or watch or listen to the news. I don't want to walk in the morning and see the news and start my day like that. And you may be saying, oh, wait, are you asking us to be ignorant? No. First of all, I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm just telling you what I do, okay? This is one of the ways that I work to manage my emotional IQ. And besides, it's been my experience that if things get bad enough, people just call from all over to tell me. Okay, so it doesn't seem like I missed very much important. Okay, so back to the dog napping. Unfortunately, I was not really news fasting. I just glanced at this newspaper when this little nugget was front and center by the national media. and I admit it scared me. All right, there I am. I'm minding my own business, and I see this thing in the headline, that figure, 49%. And I'm like, 49%? I mean, all of a sudden, I'm riveted to the article. And so as I read, my creative imagination, fear, just it took free reign in my mind. Because I'm like, we have a dog. We have a dog, Carver. It's our dog. Good grief, 49%? What will we do if Carver were stolen? I think I need to call Polly right now and tell her to keep Carver out of the front yard. I probably shouldn't put pictures of Carver on any social media, ever. Again, I probably shouldn't even say anything about Carver. I shouldn't say his name on the Blue Plate Special. I mean, what else do we need to do to protect Carver? And oh no, Rico belongs to the Backens. Did you see Brian Backen on the podcast this week? Next door neighbor, and they have dog Rico, and I'm like, they love Rico as much as we love Carver. I need to spread the word. The Hyatts up in Nashville, they have Winston, and Bill and Gloria just got a new dog. And then something else caught my eye. It said, for the first 7 months of the year, about 224 dogs were snatched, compared with 150 during the same period last year. And the article went on to say that, during the whole year, there were 255 dogs stolen from their owners. So, wait a minute. 255 dogs total? Out of how many dogs in America? So I checked, and according to the Humane Society's website, there are currently 78.2 million owned dogs in the United States. So at this point, I'm trying to do the math in my head. What part of 78.2 million is 255? So I get out my rarely used calculator on my phone. I think I have this on my phone. And so a few pecks later, I arrive at this number, 0.000326. 0.000326%. And so I'm saying to myself, wait a minute. I got all worked up because there is a 0.0000326% chance that Carver's going to get stolen. Then I got mad. See, I told you the news made me mad. But I mean, like right away, I see how this one news organization had chosen to arrive at the 49% number. And then the rest of the media, radio, newspapers, television, they read it and they just piled on till I'm in a panic about Carver. And I don't know how many, but I don't know who else is panicking about their dog. But I determined then, again, that I was going to be careful about listening to the news. And especially careful about discerning the truth from what was broadcast to everybody, right? I mean, this book in English is How Do You Kill 11 Million People? And the subtitle is Why the Truth Matters More Than You Think. So, I mean, in the future, I'm going to just work to make sure that I take everything proclaimed by the media with several dump truck loads of salt. But maybe you're smarter than I am. Maybe you didn't read the newspaper at all. But it's just crazy, isn't it? I'm kind of wiggling around because I'm putting my baseball back there. When we used to fly, back in the old days, back when I was a boy, when we used to fly on airplanes, I used to carry this baseball. All right. My sisters said, Molly and Maggie. Yeah, I know, but it's not real, Christy. Don't worry. So I would carry this baseball on the airplane. And as I'm getting my stuff together and all, as everybody's getting on the plane, I put the baseball down in the seat. And I'm telling you that I say almost never flew out of a major league city with that baseball on my seat that somebody didn't say, oh, you had a game last night, catch a foul ball? No, this is my $1 million baseball, because I figured that I've probably in my lifetime spent $1 million or maybe $1 jillion with massages, chiropractors, heating pads, and nothing has worked as well as taking a baseball and just saying it, putting it back there and going. I mean, that works great. And the sciatic nerve thing, if you have that in your leg, just take a baseball and just put it right there. Ooh, that feels great. So, Mr. Coleman, you're with me on not watching the news? Mrs. Coleman, excuse me. I guess, are you a Mrs. or a Miss? I don't know, but either way, you're not watching the news. I think it harms your soul too. I was on cruise ships. This was way before cell phones or internet, And I used to work on cruise ships. And with no internet and no cell phones, if you were on the ship, like the longest I ever stayed on a cruise ship was 16 weeks. So that's 4 months straight. And then you'd come into Miami on Saturday about noon and then leave at 4 o'clock. And so you're scrambling to get your laundry done or whatever. And it was really weird back then because something major could happen. And, nobody, you're not in that line of people call and go, "Did you hear Bing Crosby died?" And you didn't hear that. And then by the time you get off the ship and get back into the regular world, nobody has that still in their minds. And so nobody tells you. And so then like 5 years later, you say something about Bing Crosby and and somebody says, "Well, he's dead." When did he die? It's like, 5 years ago. So there are tons of things that you would miss. So there's your $1 million baseball tip. Kevin Perkins said he just didn't want to play catch with me anymore. I'm just putting it under my leg. This is for sciatic nerve, not hemorrhoids. Okay, so Kevin, so you can still play catch with me. All right. Hey, you know how occasionally we talk about telemarketers, and occasionally if we get a call, I'll say to Matt, "Hey, turn on the video," and I'll just sit there. We've done that a couple times, and you've seen those. If you haven't seen those, you can see them on. I guess you see them on YouTube on the Andy Andrews. That's why you subscribe, because you punch that subscribe button, and then you can just see all our stuff right there all at once. But we thought today. We don't have a particular one we're doing, but we thought today that I would give you my top 10 things to say to telemarketers. Now, I'm kind of cheating with number 10 because I've never really said this to a telemarketer. This is one that I used to use a lot before what is it when they know who you are? What is that called? Like they see your number.
Caller ID.
Yeah, caller ID. This was before caller ID, and I guess I was probably also in junior high school. But it's something that's gone out of life that kids can't make prank phone calls. I think something has gone out of life because you can't, boy. I mean, back when I was a kid, and I had to tell the boys this growing up because they would hear Uncle Kevin and I talk about some of the things that we did, and they just were laughing, and we had to say, "No, wait a minute, wait. Just understand that we were doing this before caller ID. We were doing this kind of stuff before anybody had cameras outside their houses. And when we were doing it, if they caught you, somebody would call your parents. Now, if you get caught, somebody's going to call the police. Okay, so something's going on in life that kids can't do something because, and hi, also to the Lopers in Ocean Springs. And y'all are from Ocean Springs, Mississippi? Wow. I'm so glad that you guys came out. We've got right here in the studio. They're sitting right here. Mr. and Mrs. Loper. Are you any kin to the Loper that was on Three's Company? No, that was Roper. Okay, I'm sorry. But we're glad you're here. So one of the things that was one of my favorite things was to, and so I'm just adding this this will be number 10, so I'm adding this into the telemarketers' responses. Even though it wasn't a response, it was an attack. Because I would call cleaning companies or, companies that did carpet and stuff like that. And I would say, "Hi, do you clean rugs?" And they would say, yes, we do. I said, "Can you get out blood? Can you get blood stains out of it?" And they would say, yes, we usually can. I said, "Can you get out goat blood? How about human blood? like a lot of it. It was just, I mean, maybe I have a weird sense of humor, and if you know me, I know you know that I do. Okay, so but on to the telemarketers. Here's number 9. When the telemarketer, gets on and says, "Hey, would you listen just for a second?" This one is a good one to use. Say, "Okay, I'll listen to you, but I should probably tell you right now, I'm not wearing any clothes." I've gotten some really good responses to that. Okay, and here's one. This sometimes will get them to hang up just like right away. When they start out with, "How are you today?" I'll say, "I'm so glad you asked, because I mean, nobody seems to care anymore, and I have a lot of problems. I've got my shoulder hurts and my eyelashes. So I got my eyelash in my eye, and my dog died not too long ago." And I'll just like go on and go on, and finally they'll hang up. All right, number 7. After the telemarketer gives his or her spiel, ask them to marry you. I mean, I'm telling you. This one, they'll get flustered. And they'll say, "What?" I say, "Well, would you marry me?" I mean, I can't just give my credit card number to a complete stranger. But if we were married, I probably could. I mean, they'll make them hang up. This is another one, number 6, that I love. And only a guy can do this, okay? Is somebody go, "Hi, my name's Wanda. And and I wait for a second, and then I go, "What are you wearing?" Then hang up right away. Or sometimes I can do this. Somebody say, "Hi, this is Wanda," and I go, "Wanda, is that you? Oh my God, Wanda, how have you been?" And that really flusters them too. All right, number 4. I used to use, MCI had this family and friends plan, but sometimes you still get called something about a family plan or, a neighborhood plan or something like that. And they say, when they ask you to sign up to a family plan or a friend plan, family and friends, just get like a real growly voice and go, "I don't have any friends. Would you be my friend? If you'll be my friend, maybe we could call each other." They'll hang up. All right, number 3. Only 3 to go. Number 3. And this always works too. It takes a little bit, but this always works. When they get their first thing out, I'll say, "Excuse me, could you spell your name?" And they'll spell their name. Now, the company was what now? And they'll tell me the company. "Could you spell the company name?" Now, where is the company located? How long has it been in business? How many people work there? How did you get into this line of work? Are you married? How many kids do you have? How many kids are represented by the employees? I mean, you just continue asking these personal questions about the company for as long as they'll stay on the phone, but they won't stay on the phone long. Now, this one I love. This one is this is money to me. But I have a weird sense of humor. So when they say, I say, "Listen, I'm busy, but if you'll just hold on for a second," and I put them on a speakerphone and get a glass of water and gargle right into the receiver. Just gargle. All right, and here's the one. This one is just. This is probably the easiest and gives you a lot of satisfaction. You just tell the telemarketer, "Hey, I'm busy right this second. Would you give me your home phone number, and I'll call you back." And so when the telemarketer says, "Well, we can't give out our home numbers," I say, "Oh, really? I guess because you don't want anybody bothering you at home, right?" "Yeah, me either." And then hang up. Just a little satisfaction there. Just makes you feel good, So, anything else you guys want to talk about? Danette Taylor says, "A weird sense of humor makes the world go round." Well, it certainly does mine. It makes my world go round. Sometimes things are very... You remember, what was the movie, Arthur? And Dudley Moore laughed, and somebody said, "Are you laughing?" He says, "Sometimes I just think funny thoughts." That really resonated with me when I saw that movie. I was in high school when I saw that movie, and that really resonated with me because I thought, yeah, sometimes I think funny thoughts too. Cat Hooker said the Gargles is the best. I mean, it is funny, and what's really funny is if you somehow record it to hear, because a lot of times they will call somebody else. They go, hey, come here, quick, come here, listen to this. I mean, so anyway, Phyllis Smith says, would you like to buy some of my mom's noodles? She makes them from scratch and sells them. Really? What is your mom's name? Mama's Noodles. And Byron Wynn says, what is the book on the table at your left? Well, Byron, you just gave away to us that you joined us late. Because I've already told. This book is How Dividir El Millón Mensen. This is How Do You Kill 11 Million People in Dutch. And there's a picture of me also in Dutch in here. Lee Hammond says, beat your chest and act like you're a helicopter or in a helicopter. That's good. That's good. There is one that I've heard on the internet of some guy that just like takes charge of it right away and says, you know, that I'm a detective and we're at the murder scene and why are you calling this house? Did you know him? Okay, we've got your number down. I mean, it's really good. So Shalina Harris says that now her kids are waiting for a telemarketer call. Oh, listen, you should definitely talk to them. You definitely, I mean, you guys, let us know what you find is the best, because you should definitely talk to them. You know, they passed a law a bunch of years ago that you could tell them to put me on a do not call list, and that worked for about a day. And I mean, you know, so these Kevin Perkins says the Dutch Andy is different. He is. Wooden shoes. Yeah. Okay. With his finger in a dike. We are glad to have had you here with us today. We hope you enjoy having been had. We did not make a trade. There's no. I got not a single offer. Perhaps the most incredible thing, well, it's definitely the most incredible thing we've had. It's we're trading up. And so right now, if you look at Youth Reach Gulf Coast, just go on that website and click on there, read the first 4 paragraphs. This is what we're doing it for. And we're trying to do it all year. We started with the safety pin, trading up. This is like the 15th trade, I think. And so we're trying to trade this now before Thursday's Blue Plate special. But we have a silver bar. This is 100 ounces of pure silver. And it's currently worth $3,150. And so, come on, guys. I mean, this for a good, a great cause. They need your help. I need your help. I need to trade something. And so, come on, use your imagination. Let's have some offers here. And then, of course, the Wisdom Harbor Trade Authority will decide which is the best offer, and we'll announce it Thursday. But we got to have somebody playing the game, okay? I mean, this is a silver bar, which is pretty incredible. I mean, you can save it for the apocalypse, and until then, use it as a doorstop, I guess. But it's definitely going up in value. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you again Thursday. And we cannot wait to just be silly again. Bye-bye.